She gets bit.
She does. She gets bit by a mole. Again, I don't know. Those of you that have never seen a mole, pause this podcast. Google what a mole
I
looks
was gonna
like.
say, are you gonna
Do you see
describe
that?
a mole
Do
to
you
people?
do you see the mole? Cool. It doesn't look like that in the show. It's so much worse.
It's a hairball with teeth, let me tell you.
It's so mean. Moles are not that aggressive. They can't see. So she gets bit by a mole and she yelps and they go to the doctor.
Who is in a running for getting banned just as fast as Apu did.
Yeah, I was gonna
Oh
say.
boy.
Dr. VindaLoo is his name. VindaLoo.
That is his name. His name is
VindaLoo.
Dr. VindaLoo,
He's
which is an Indian dish, I believe.
Must be Hindu.
let's
I
see.
believe Vindaloo is a food. I'm gonna not Google that.
You know,
right now.
I had the same thought there. I was like, let's just go.
I'm definitely not Googling that. Vindaloo is a food. Vindaloo is an Indian curry dish.
Okay,
I
it's
pulled
better
that
than a
information
racist remark. That's
from-
fine.
No, I pulled that information from my head. I knew it.
Oh, he's an
here.
homage. That's what he is.
So yeah, and he is very much a interesting man with very bushy eyebrows, and okay. So name aside, and Indian accent aside, and Indian music playing in the background aside,
Yes.
he very much is reminiscent. All three of us here, two of us here have grown up in smaller communities. One of us has grown up in a bigger community, but he is very reminiscent of an idea of a small town doctor.
Is that what your doctors
Let's
were
put
like
it on
growing up?
ice.
No, when
Just
you go
soak it.
there, and they're like, you'll probably be okay. Like, not that they're malpractice by any means, but it's just like, it's a
Don't
very,
freak out.
it's not that big of a deal.
Okay.
Like, they see way worse stuff all the time.
Okay, this is starting to all make sense now.
I have
Alright.
I had a friend of mine that got hit in the face by a winch on the back of on the back of a grain truck and split his face, basically, his nose and his lip open. And the doc was like, we'll sew you up and here's some painkillers, go home. Like, it is wacky when you deal with smaller towns. And again, that's not a bad thing. But
No,
this is very reminiscent of
Yeah.
times that I would go to a doctor and deal with like things.
So not
I
the point.
destroyed my leg in junior high playing basketball, and it swelled up to the size of a grapefruit, and I went to the doctor, and the doctor looked me dead in the eye and went, "Oh my god, I've never seen anything like that before. Let me go get my book," and walked away.
Oh, that's horrible. No, that's the worst thing. No, never mind.
Yeah,
No, that's
I
fine.
was terrified as a 13-year-old.
Doctor, I'm just shitting out my insides. Go home, have some chicken noodle soup.
Yo, here's some ibuprofen. Just put it,
Now.
rub it in.
One more disclaimer. If you're a doctor in a small town listening to this, we don't actually mean you, unless this is you.
Unless
Now,
you're literally
Other people from small towns listening to this, we don't mean that your doctors don't know what they're doing. We just mean that this can happen in some scenarios, and it's a funny joke that we make. Okay.
Yeah. So just to tell you, because I did come from a bigger community, there were some instances where that would happen, but also we were poor, so we weren't going to a good doctor. Just pointing that out. There were some times where it's like, hey, I have this bump on my arm. It's like, I don't think it's cancer. I was like, I never said it was. He goes, good. Anyways.
Because it's not cancer. Don't think it's cancer. I'll be right back.
Yep. Bye. Just take these.
In other news, Vindaloo sounds really freaking good. But I digress. So the doctor basically says that it's nothing, and they go home.
He says, soak it.
Yeah, soak it. And she does. And
Just
the
keep
swelling
soaking
goes
it.
down. Which, hey, he was just like, you got bit by a weird animal. Probably should have checked for rabies, but what do I know?
Hey, this is Kansas. Just go.
Just a small town country lawyer, but what do I know?